today we go back again to Israel, where Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says victory over Hamas is close. At the same time, he continues to confront U.S. and international opposition to Israel's final campaign in Gaza.
The country is on high alert for attacks during Ramadan. As Chris Mitchell reports from Jerusalem, security forces have already stopped one terror plot.
With Israel facing growing pressure not to go after Hamas in Rafah, Netanyahu told Fox News victory is within reach.
Victory is close. I mean, we've destroyed, as I said, 3/4 of those fighting battalions. We're very close to victory. The best thing we can do for the future of the Middle East, for the future of peace, for the future of those hostages, is get a speedy victory.
Netanyahu also responded to President Biden's come to Jesus comment regarding civilian casualties in Gaza.
I'm not familiar with the term, even though Jesus wasn't born that far away from here. I can tell you that if it means having a heart-to-heart conversation, we've had that plenty of times over the 40 years that I've known Joe Biden.
Amid claims of lack of food, the UN seeking to deliver aid to Gaza by sea, sending a ship with 200 tons of food. At the beginning of Ramadan, Netanyahu's wife Sarah sent a personal letter to the Emir of Qatar's mother with Ramadan wishes and a plea for the release of the hostages in Hamas captivity. It said in part, "I urge you in the spirit of Ramadan to leverage your significant influence to work towards the release of Israeli hostages. Your involvement could be instrumental in bringing them home, offering a beacon of hope to their families, and taking a significant step toward peace and reconciliation." At the United Nations Security Council, Israel's foreign minister addressed Hamas's sexual violence on October 7th.
Hamas is not speaking on behalf of the Muslim world, and we are asking you to condemn the sexual violence crimes these barbarians committed in the name of the Muslim religion.
As Ramadan begins, Israeli forces are on high alert in case of an increase of violence and terror attacks. On Monday, hundreds of Israeli Arabs prayed peacefully up on the Temple Mount at the Al-Aqsa Mosque. However, Israeli security forces did kill a terrorist on his way to commit a major terror attack in the center of the country. It's why many Jews and Christians are asking for more prayers for the peace of Jerusalem and Israel during the month of Ramadan. Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, let's pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Let's pray for the peace of Gaza. Let's pray for the people who are under incredible warfare. And that's the word for what is going on in Israel right now. And the terror attacks continue to happen. The ideology has so taken hold that they want to drive Israel into the sea. And the whole phrase, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. What that means is they want to wipe out the Jewish people. But that will not happen. And it won't happen under our watch. It won't happen under Benjamin Netanyahu's watch. They're going to do whatever is needed to eliminate Hamas so it can no longer wage any attack against Israel. The prime minister said, well, you know, Jesus was born near him. Let me point out one fact. Back in the 1970s, I used to go to Bethlehem. I had wonderful candlelight services on Christmas Eve, looking over old little town of Bethlehem. The Bedouin shepherds would come alongside us. What are all these crazy Americans doing with candles in this field? And so we had these wonderful praise and worship moments. In those years, 80% of the population of Bethlehem was Christian. And then there was a peace accord. And in that peace accord, Israel traded land for peace. And Bethlehem was turned over to the Palestinian Authority. Ever since that time, I've been advised I should not go to Bethlehem, that it won't be safe for me. And it's not safe for Christians there because the population has completely reversed, where now it's 20% Christian, what used to be 80% Christian. So when people tell you Israel is an apartheid state, point them to these facts, that Christians are being driven out from the town where Jesus was born, that in Israel, the Christian population is growing, in the West Bank, in the Palestinian territories, in Syria, Iraq, Iran. The population is under intense persecution. That's where the apartheid states are. It's not in Israel.